Goeris immediately having to versus Rick is going to be Axos right after. Mortal Coil to follow. For Goeris is going to be a lot of damage to take with the Tyrant. Question, do you run? You hide? He does choose to get out of there. Getting out of dodge. Root all the pets, which is actually massive, dude. Root totem against the pets is huge. Unfortunately, Chaos Mother does not have a better target than a totem to deal with. So for Garrus, at least he's giving himself a bit of a breather while he's waiting out for the pets and majority of that burst. Got him some Wind Rush totem with a stun right under the pets. Got him some big ascend. Rick is in a spot where he can't really get away. He is going to go for a port, but Garrus still got himself the range. Got himself plenty of potential damage. Just continued to cascade all of it onto Rick with a Tremor totem to keep himself out of the field for at least a second there. Dreadstalkers are in. Rick is taking also lots of damage, by the way. This could be huge for Guerreros. He's actually getting a lot of pressure onto Rick. Rick could be in a bit of trouble. Mortal Coil to follow. The one thing Rick has as an advantage is the fact that Guerreros does not have a trinket. He does, however, have a wall, though, so he's still got plenty of defenses to work with. Rick with a Warlock house, and Guerreros still got plenty of defense to work with. Fear, Doomguard is not going to be able to attack Guerreros. Guerreros can wall this off, actually, may actually... Never mind, he doesn't need to. That Earth Elemental is actually drawing aggro from those pets. It's actually doing a pretty good job. It was holding the aggro of the Doomguard completely. That is massive, because it is going to taunt from time to time. There it goes. You see like a little mark above heads? That's going to be a pet taunting. That's actually not terrible. For Guerreros, it's super helpful. He does have massive heals too. Wall right after. Soul ripped out of his body. Guerreros put in a bit of a tough spot with that full Fel Lord, or Pit Lord. Barreling down on him, does get a stun onto Rick. Zaps back to back. Lightning bolts doing a lot of work. Able to break past defenses of Rick. Rick without a wall. Guerreros picking up a lot of healing, however. Look, his health is actually kind of okay. Doomguard also still attacking the Earth Elementals. Doomguard is not a great pet. Just focusing on Guerreros. That Earth Ellie distracts him, but a second Doomguard is in play. Another one is in play. Full damage onto Guerreros. He needs anything to recover. That Doomguard may have sealed the deal. Yet another port. Where did he go? Back into the room. Guerreros needs more healing. He needs more Maelstrom. He just can't do much right now. Healing, however, is keeping him barely alive. Send that Maelstrom into the pet. I think you need to send the Maelstrom, build a Maelstrom, and send it into the pet as much as you can. Because that's how you're going to get a lot of healing. I killed Rock. Rick picked up a lot of healing, however. Ascendant's available for Guerreros very, very soon with a trinket too. Big Ascend, big damage. You just got to stay on top of Rick. Mortal Coil, he can break out of it when he needs to. Fear breaks out of it. Rick trying to get some more pets. Axe Toss is going to be very, very short. Fear does not last long at all. Still got Ascendance. Tyrant interrupted. Guerreros actually might have secured him some potential victory. The Doom Guard is going to hurt a lot. Tyrant is going to be on play. That's a lot of pets. They're all going to be empowered. You don't have a wall for this one. Soul ripped out of his body. Reduce some healing and some damage. Rick is still super low. That's going to be yet another interrupt. Guerreros may just take it. This is a little more. Big hits. Oh, he does take it. Barely alive, but he does win against Rick. I am amazed and a little surprised just because I know Guerreros is a really good shaman. Definitely not a bad shaman, but Rick is a tough one. Rick is tough. Guerreros needs healing, but no, Natty's not going to give you a chance. Seeing this man clobber down Rick, he's like, I can't let him escape this. It ain't happening. Slippery lock. Bro, he was everywhere. Boarding, flying, gliding, gating. He did everything. He is tough to catch. And Natty does not have a trinket anymore. Does have a wall here. It's going to help dampen damage, and Renewing Blaze is going to help heal. Needs a lot of damage, needs a lot of healing. I don't know if they can really do much against Plush. Do you have Deep Breath? I don't know if you use Deep Breath. Fire Breath is in play. Trying to get some procs. Is this going to be enough? Plush is just running circles around Natty with a DFA off of that upheaval, though. He just goes flying up in the air. Natty with the last bit of shielding. Might have Cheat Death still available. Ebonbite is up, but the dodge from Plush, yeah, that's a Cheat Death. He died in the alternate timeline, but Natty does survive, though barely. Literally barely. Plush just needs one good hit, and that's over. One good hit. Upheaval, he is up in the air. Knock him down with a stun. Hold on, he got him rooted. That is huge. But yeah, with a cheap shot, it is over. There's just nothing an Evoker can do in that situation. Lemon immediately incaps Plush. He still has a trinket, he still got evasion. And Cloak. Advantage to follow, back it up out of there. Cloak of Shadows. He's still trying to see if he can find him, picking up the eye. Plush is able to stay away from him quite a decent bit, though. Evasion was used. Try to see if he can avoid Lemon. Sap! Yo! That is some good sap right there. Smoke Bomb to keep him out of way with Lemon. Just to keep him at a distance. Yeah, that's so good. Lemon still getting himself images. Fist of Fury flying in. Plush does not have a way to avoid it. Yeah, kidney shot. The images are still on, yeah. Well, this thing's doing enough damage. If he's spinning crane kicks, it's over. Because these things will copy whatever Lemon is using as ability. Cheat death and he lives it. He lives a cheat death. He lives a cheat death and just to live about it. Touch of death. Cheat death beats touch of death. You know what? I feel like Blizzard actually that's a Blizzard W right there. A talent that prevents you from dying, living a touch of death. I actually would have, you know what? Cheat death is such an inconsistent talent. I would have expected for touch of death just to not let cheat death happen. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But a talent actually does what it says on a 10. A Blizzard W. Gotta give him one. Gotta give him one. Shadow Blades are up for Nesmershka. Got himself potential lots of damage versus Lemon. In-cap to follow out of the Monk Lexip. Nesmershka has himself a Trinket. Does go for Trinket Blind. I just think it was a random Zoen proc out of Lemon. He does have a real Zoen coming up very, very soon with images. If he lives this. If he lives this. I'm swapping the wrong target. Lemon does go for Forbrew with a heal in between. Celestial Condi, that's a lot of damage. Nesmershka with a cloak. That could have been Zoen images and everything. Actually, if you had Zoen, a Storm Earth and Fire, and Condi, he might have been okay, but I don't think he was he probably wanted not to make sure the rogue does not escape with the vanish. Seeing Zoen, seeing all the burst. Probably what happens, right? In cap, then a sheep shot back to back out from Nesmershka. Secret technique, in cap, barely alive. Images are up, knows a win. Slice and wins, trying to do whatever he can. Evasion up for Nesmershka. Do you have a Fist of Fury? Oh, DFA. Let's still connect. Oh. Leg sweep. Fist of Fury. That's like the only thing that's keeping you alive right now. Should have waited. Should have done Fist of Fury after. Oh, it's over. Woo! With a cheat death too. Nesmershka almost died. And Aloe just walks up, immediately crushes him. Oh no. Let's just try to see if he can get himself over to Barrel. Barrel with a scatter. Elo has everything here. Scatter into a freeze. It is going to be kind of short. But the binding shot. Wait, Elo doesn't have the immunity with retreat? That's unfortunate. I think it's just lights, man. I think it is actually just lights at this point. Unless Elo got something else to work with. Poor rogues. Don't say that. Don't say that. They're rogues. They deserve nothing better. And I say that as somebody who plays rogue. I don't say it because I hate rogues. I love rogues. I agree with you in most cases. Sato is going to be up next. The last one left as an arms warrior versus the hunter. What is an arms warrior to do against a marksman, man? I don't think there's anything you can do unless you can catch up to him and stop the damage, which is so tough, man. Freezing trap, if only he had to reflect. That's an aim shot right to the dome. There's nothing you can do about it. Turtle shell out for Barrel. Seto just trapped up in a binding shot right after. What is there to do for this man? He literally got nothing he could do in this situation. Literally nothing. Bladestorming just to stop himself from being slow, but a rapid fire takes it. Just a pin cushion for the hunter. Nothing he can do. Barrel picking up too. Well done, well done. Well done. That Shaman, by the way, versus a Warlock, that was some hell of a duel, dude. I enjoyed that.